Welcome to Inside the Inland Valley, where we meet people making news in and around the exciting Inland Valley.
Welcome to Inside the Inland Valley. Our special guest this evening is Bill Harford. He is the Executive Director for the Inland Valley Humane Society. Tell us a little bit of history on the Humane Society, Bill.
4 women got together in 1948, 9, and realized that the city animal shelter in Pomona was being run by the city, and it was down at Commerce and Monterey, and they didn't like the way the animals were being cared for. So they got together and decided to form a humane society. There were a couple women from Pomona, a couple women from here in Claremont, and they enlisted their husbands and said, hey, you know, realizing we need some business leaders, what can we do to form this humane society? So they did, and the Humane Society became a legitimate organization on May 18th, 1949. And then a year after that, they built the first phase of the present animal shelter, which is at 500 Humane Way in Pomona. The shelter, when it started with 1 employee, now has 65 full-service employees, 125 volunteers. We serve 12 communities in the Inland Valley for their animal care and control services. It's been a great ride, and I've been fortunate to be on it for a long time.
What are the major issues facing the largest Southern California Humane Society?
Yeah, there's a lot of issues. The biggest one, obviously, is pet overpopulation. You know, Deborah, when I came to the Humane Society 29 years ago, we handled over 35,000 animals at our facility. And what was interesting is that we only served 4 cities at the time: Pomona, Claremont, Laverne, and San Dimas. Now we're serving almost every city in the valley other than Rancho Cucamonga and Upland, and we handled last year about 15,000 animals. Now, compared to 1979, when I started, that's a major improvement. So pet overpopulation is without a doubt the biggest issue. The fact that we have to euthanize, you know, thousands of animals a year at our facility. Some of them for, you know, legitimate reasons in that they're medical, and I know you're going to interview our veterinarian today and this evening, and that's great, and she'll tell you all about the great programs in her department. Medical, temperament, but we're still, you know, having to look at some adoptable, some animals that are adoptable animals, and we just can't find homes for them. So, and you'll talk about spay and neutering with our veterinarian, and that's a big issue. Spay and neuter, spay and neuter, spay and neuter. I tell people when I retire in a few years, I'm going to buy a bird, put him on my shoulder, and then anybody that comes up to shake my hand, the bird's going to say, hi, spay and neuter, because it is the big issue. Somebody told me one time, you can't adopt your way to no kill, but you can spay and neuter your way to no kill. And our organization wants to be in a position where within a short distance down the road, that we are put in a position, that we create a position where no adoptable animal will be put to sleep. It's like I said, if you're sick and injured and you need, a humane euthanasia, that's understandable. But those are the big challenges: pet overpopulation, getting the message out for spay and neuter, responsible pet ownership is a biggie, and it's a big challenge. But we grasp it. We're going to carry it, and we're going to run with that torch, and we're going to do everything we can to let all 800,000 people in this valley that we service know that it's responsible pet ownership that will get us.
If you have an old brush around your house that you're about ready to throw away, don't throw it away. Use it on your animal. If you brush your dog once a day, it will reduce the hair in your home probably by around 90%. And plus it gives you the quality of time that your dog needs every day. Walking your dog every day, or at least 4 times a week, will really give your animal the exercise it needs to stay healthy and strong